Hi class, so today we are going to be exploring a helpful resource called Khan Academy. It's a website where you can learn and review math. So let's go ahead and let's take a look here. So here is your profile. Of course you're going to have to create one, but once you do it'll be right here in the top right corner. Now under teachers you're going to want to add me. I will give you the class code, or you can just use my email if you want to. And then under your teachers, my name should show up. So you're going to want to get started on that right away. Over here will be your courses. And here's going to be the 7th grade math and all the topics. And over here, you can see all the progress that you made. So it's going to show you how many problems you've gotten right on each of the practices. And it'll also show you how much time you have spent on each activity, including how much time you have spent on the practice problems and how much time you have spent watching videos. And so I will be grading you based on how many problems you've gotten correct each week. I will be monitoring all of your progress. So try to get at least 10 problems on Khan Academy done every week. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's look at some of the other features here. Okay, so here's 7th grade mathematics. This is the unit negative numbers. Okay, so here we can find all the different resources here where we can learn math, all of the explorational tools. We have some videos, and we have an FAQ, and we even have a review. So the FAQ is all the frequently asked questions. So here's some questions that you guys might have as you're going through this unit. How can we use a number line to add and subtract negative numbers? Why do we sometimes put parentheses around negative numbers when we add or subtract? Just stuff that might come to mind while you're working on this. And here's a little comment section if you want to post a comment. We also have some videos here, so let's go ahead and let's take a look. If it'll load.
46. Oh. This distance right over here is going to be plus negative 29. To do this, let's just first visualize what each of these numbers look like. So I'm going to draw a number line for each of them. Negative 15 might look something like this. If this is 0, and let's say that this is negative 15, I could represent negative 15 as, if I'd like to, an arrow that points from 0 to negative 15. The length of the arrow is the absolute value of this. It's the distance from 0. So the length here is 15, and the negative says that we are pointing to the left. So the absolute value is 15. That's the length of that arrow. Let's do the same thing for negative 46. So once again, let me draw my number line. Let me draw a number line. Put 0 is going to be right over there, and negative 46 is going to be someplace over here, negative 46. Notice, same exact idea. The distance between negative 46 and 0, or another way to think about that is the absolute value of negative 46. This distance right over here is going to be 46. This distance right over here is going to be 46, and its direction is to the left. That's why it is the number. That is why we get to the number negative 46. The negative really tells you whether you're to the left or the right of 0. the absolute value says how far.
So yeah, this guy's just gonna walk you through the problem. He's the narrator on every video, so he presents you with the problem, and he goes over all the different steps for solving it until he gets to the final answer. And he's very thorough in his explanations, and these videos will be very helpful to you. So if you're ever stuck on a certain type of problem, then you can look at some of these videos and see if any of them are similar to what you're working on. There's a review here. This is basically just a little review sheet. It has some problems and it walks you through them. So yeah, and then you have a little practice problem here. So this is basically just a little way for you to review everything that you've just learned. It gives you some concrete examples. Now on the right here, you also have some practices. So let's go ahead and let's look at this. Okay, so we have 7 questions in the set. Okay, so the question we are given is, what is the sign of 3 over 5 plus 3 over 5? Now something that we can do is we can review a related article or use a hint. Now the articles and the videos will show up under the related content section. Now right here it's providing us with a video, adding numbers with different signs, so we could use that as a reference for solving this problem. It's a related problem, and the narrator will walk us through it and show us how to do the problem. Or we could use a hint. Okay, so we are looking for the sign of the sum of 2 positive numbers. Okay. When we add 2 positive numbers, both the numbers tell us to move to the right on the number line. The sign of the sum is positive because the sum is to the right of 0. Okay, so yeah, we can just use those hints to walk us through the problem. Although, if you use hints to solve the entire problem, the system isn't going to grant you any points for the problem, which makes sense because it just gave you the answer. So yeah, that's a very helpful feature. So yeah, there are a lot of helpful tools here. Khan Academy is really good for exploring new information and learning more about the concepts that we're doing and how to solve different problems, and also provides us with practice problems. It provides us with ways to review that information and to apply it. So Khan Academy is going to be a really helpful resource for this class.